Hi guys, I'm back for another video today. Don't mind Manny, he's just sulking in the corner because my husband's gone out and he's just like moaning because he's not here. So if he starts, just like moping around, that's why. Today I'm going to be showing you some of the highlights from the current brochure, and you may have noticed a slight difference in my appearance in that I'm not wearing any makeup right now. In part that's thanks to the fact that I've had my eyebrows tinted, so I don't feel quite as naked without makeup these days, but the main reason for that is I always go through the package and I always think, I wish I could actually show you some of my first impressions. And I swatch stuff, but it's not quite the same with all products. So some of these products today, I haven't got a tremendous amount of stuff like colour to show you, but if you enjoy this format, then I'll do it next time as well, because I think I'll have some lipsticks to show you next time. But I do have some skincare, and I always feel like I'd like to give you some first impressions and some kind of action footage, and so this time I'll be able to do that. First of all, the two things that kind of popped out of the box that I thought were particularly good for that were these Nutra Effects, it's called Active Seed Complex Radiance Renewing Cream. I have the day and the night cream. I toyed with doing half and half. I think I'll probably just put the day cream on, but I will just test the texture of the night cream to see how different it is. Not a tremendous amount of anything scent-wise, which will appease some people. I don't really mind, I quite like fragranced products, but I know that for some people it's really, should we just leave it like that? It's really kind of a deal breaker for there to be any kind of fragrance because of the sensitivity, and if there's something in there, it's very, very light. That I'm really shocked at how quickly that absorbed actually, because it felt quite heavy when I first got it out, and I probably, if I wasn't wearing makeup, I would probably put a little bit more than that on, just because I like to feel quite nourished in the daytime. On the days where I don't wear makeup, which is probably, I don't know, half of the time, because I don't necessarily have to be out doing things, I just take the kids to school and who cares. Although I do sometimes feel like I should make slightly more of an effort for the school run when my 4-year-old's starting to become embarrassed by me. But on the days that I let myself go makeup free, I always feel like I want a little bit of something extra to treat myself. Probably would use a little bit extra, but I think the amount that I used was good for underneath makeup. It doesn't feel like it's going to be, I'm going to feel it through anything that I put on top of it. The night cream, strangely, looks a little bit more translucent and gel-like. But I feel like there's a little bit more oil to it because it's definitely not absorbing as quickly. But it is absorbing. I wasn't sure there for a second. I thought, oh, maybe it's going to be one of those products that you kind of have the oil sitting on your skin. But no, it's still absorbing, but it's definitely leaving more residue behind than the day cream. Still quite light though. Anything that promises to renew my skin is a winner for me right now, because my skin, I don't know if it's just because it's been winter or what, but it's just been behaving badly. Been really dehydrated and dry and just completely different to what I'm used to, which is normally just oily, 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 which I'm sure I will have mentioned in previous videos. But it seems to be behaving completely differently at the moment, but that's nice. It seems to be responding, let's say, to that kind of night cream. It's really soaking it up. Maybe it needs more moisturiser than I'm letting it have. Next I have this tinted moisturiser, again from the Radiance range, the Nutra Effects. And this is going to be great because I'm about to go on holiday in a couple of weeks. I can't even believe how soon it is. As I film this, I think it's like 2 weeks and a day. And when you have a holiday coming up and it feels like it's forever away and then it's upon you, I now almost wish I had a little bit more time because I feel like I'm not prepared. But I've been putting away or aside little products that I think will be great for kind of travel makeup. And this will be one of the things that potentially I'll take with me, depending on how well it works for me. Oh, I see. It's one of those products. It's one of those tinted moisturisers that adapts. So as you rub it in, it will in theory adapt to your skin tone. It's definitely tinted my skin. I'm definitely a little bit more glowy than I was, but there's not a lot of coverage there. So it's going to be pretty universal. I can't see that there's actually a shade name or number on here at all. So I believe it is universal, and I can see how it would be. It just gives you a little tint and perks you up a little bit in the winter time, doesn't it, to have a little bit of colour. Next, I have this cream highlight and blush duo. And when you get stuff like this, normally you'll like one side but not the other, but I really like this. This is totally colours that I would choose. Normally I'll get a really sparkly blush or like a pink, or, I like pink, but it's normally like a hot pink, something crazy that's really, really pigmented. But these are totally the colours I would choose, and the highlight's not too much either, Because much as I like that on other people, I kind of feel like it's difficult to pull off, you know, when you go to the office looking like massive beams of highlighter down your cheeks. And especially if I'm looking for something a little bit more understated, travelling on the plane, then this will hopefully be the product I can take with me. So I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to just, let's see how dark this is. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. I'm going to use it kind of contoury because it is a neutrally colour. Really like that. It's not too much at all. Whenever I get stuff like this, I normally end up with a huge stripe down my face that I'm desperately trying to kind of get rid of. But this you can kind of build up a little bit at a time, and it's not too much at all, which is, again, great if you're very, very heavy-handed like me and you'd like to kind of add in rather than put one bit on and try and take away. Much more difficult. Next, if you're looking to add a little bit more glow, it comes in this little pouch. How cute is this? I have this flat contour brush, which you could use for whatever you wanted really. But again, excellent pick for travel. This is so compact. Actually, I probably will end up having this in my purse because I normally take something with me to use with my compact because I get very, very shiny throughout the day. But this is perfect. I can pop it in this little velvet pouch. And in itself, it's going to cover a wide surface area, but it's very, very compact and flat. I love the packaging as well, all matte. So I'm actually going to use it with this. This is the Avon Glow Bronzing Powder in Warm Glow. It's a little bit sparkly, so it's not something I would necessarily contour with, but again, I'm going to just kind of do the same way that I did with the blush. I tend to do that kind of 80s high on the cheek blush anyway. With a real sculpting powder, something that you could actually contour with, this brush would be excellent. Well, I'm feeling very sun-kissed right now as I move on to the last makeup product that I have, and these are the new Glimmerstick Diamonds. I believe in the last video I showed you the new kind of reformulated Glimmersticks that were just all opaque and creamy. These ones have some sparkle to them. So here's what they all look like. They're all the kind of mechanical twist-up pencil, which is great because you don't have to worry about sharpening them, and I'm going to swatch them for you now. So this one is Smoky Diamond, Black Ice, Sugar Plum, I think I've actually had this one before. Emerald Glow. And lastly, Sparkling Silver. Not the world's greatest swatches, forgive me, but it's an awkward angle. But there you go, they've all got a little bit of shimmer to them. The last couple of products I want to show you are very much kind of travel centric. The first one I have to show you right now because I'm going to have to wear it. I know that the minute my son gets home, he's going to want to put this on, and I'll never get it back. But it hasn't even been in the fridge or anything. It's just like a cooling mask, and it's cold. All these kind of beads, I mean, it's cold anyway, isn't it? Everything's cold right now. But all these beads stay cold for a really long time, and I've just got this out of the box and it's already cold. So I feel like on a plane, I know that this is not necessarily designed to be worn on a plane, but I'm one of those people that really, you'd struggle to embarrass me. I will be wearing some kind of paper face mask and mortifying my travelling companions. So why not add this to the mix? Why not? I feel like there are people that will go on planes and wear these. I'm sure it's not just going to be me. But obviously whilst we're there, I could pop this in the minibar on a morning or an evening if I'm feeling particularly tired, which is probably going to be all the time given we're in New York and it's the city that never sleeps. And jet lag. Oh, I'm horrible with jet lag. I feel like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle right now. And the other thing that's going to hopefully help me with my sleep is this. It's a pillow mist, and I swear maybe 10 years ago I had this exact thing, or it looked very, very similar to this, but the bottle was metal and this one's plastic. And I absolutely loved it. In the meantime, being a blogger, I've tried a lot of different things like this, a lot of sleep remedies and pillow mists. Ultimately, it all comes down to the fact that it's kind of aromatherapy, essential oils, and you really don't have to spend a fortune for something that's going to do exactly the same job. But I will be testing it out before I go away, and if it works for me, then I'm going to be taking it with me because, like I say, jet lag kills me. So if I can kind of spritz this all over my pillow and get a good night's sleep the first night, and if I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and it helps me to doze back off before a normal reasonable hour, although there is a 24-hour IHOP in New York, which we all have our eye on, so we'll see. Maybe I'll just get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But if not, this will hopefully help. And the last product, yes, I'm still wearing this mask, is this. These are actually scented. I would imagine you could put them in drawers, you could hang them because they are on little ribbons, so you can hang them like on hangers in your wardrobe, do whatever you want with them. What I'm going to be doing with them is putting them in my case. I'm going to pop them in my case. You could even put them in your shoes, but I'm going to pop them in my case in amongst kind of my clothes, so that when I take my clothes out, they haven't just been sitting together and getting all musty in my case. They're like, because I'm going to start packing relatively soon. I want to pack as soon as possible, so that I know that all my clothes that I want to take with me are all kind of clean and away. So we could be talking weeks before these clothes actually see the light of day. Why not keep them smelling all fresh and nice with these? And I'm not 100% sure what the scent of these is. It's floral, but I'm not sure what. So aside from my little pressure mark on my nose, do I look more refreshed? I feel like my eyes actually, I mean, you know, I don't know, I haven't seen my eyes in a good 5 minutes, but I feel like I look more awake. Answers on postcards, tell me what you think. As always, everything that I've mentioned will be listed and linked below on no matter what platform you're watching this video on right now. And if you do have any product questions for the Avon team, please feel free to leave them there. Otherwise, you can contact me directly on Twitter if you've got a question for me, and I will try my very best to get back to any of your questions that you might have. But that's it for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!